stuff right there, baby. I was popping in. So, I actually have it written here. This wasn't intentional. This is just like notes I had from the other day. Don't worry, we've already taken a picture of this. We're gonna erase this. But today, I'm starting up something new. This is my first like real video on my second channel. Hello there. If you're here for my first channel, poppin'. If you're not, poppin'. But is this gonna stay? Cool. My magnet, my eraser kind of sucks sometimes, like peep game. So now it wants to be cool and shit, huh? Ah, whatever. I got time for this shit. Bro, when I first got this thing, it was like sliding down. I'm like, yo, the fuck is happening right now, dog? I'm gonna actually get this out of here though. We only have so much space to work with. So here's the question of today's video. I apologize for my handwriting maybe once a video. Sometimes you'll get no apologies, sometimes you'll get one. Today you'll get one. My handwriting's not good. Get over it. Is it possible? Is what possible? Well, I mean, you read the title of this video, which is why you're here, so I don't know why you're asking that question. Is it possible to become a 100K per month entrepreneur and a polymath? Is it possible to do these things at the same time? Let's see. So let's write out the true question. Is it possible to be a 100K per month entrepreneur whilst being a polymath? We're gonna add a little more color here. And pursuing other interests outside entrepreneurship. And that's the question. Is it possible to be a 100K per month entrepreneur whilst being a polymath and pursuing other interests outside entrepreneurship? So, can we do this? Right? This is like the center of it all. The business. Why? Well, I love business, but I love many things, right? This is why I'm a polymath. A polymath, you see math here? Math actually just means learning. Before, I forgot who it was. I don't remember if it was Socrates, but it was one of the Greek philosophers. Before, they ascribed the word math, like mathematics, with like counting and like the science of numbers. I don't know why I put a quote in that. That's kind of what math is. Math is the science of numbers. Before it was that, it was basically just like learning, right? It was just how you learned, right? And it was like multifaceted learning. And that's especially important to me. I'm gonna talk to you about like my philosophy in this video as well. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. This channel is really just for me to rant as long as possible, as long as I want. And I'm not worried about like promoting products. I still will do that. I'm a businessman, but I'm not worried about it. I'm just here to have fun. And I'm just gonna show up on the channel and just like throw random things at you guys, and it'll be valuable. And it'll be like parts about like, you know, questions I'm asking myself, things I'm thinking through, my process. Just a lot of documenting, because I feel like I don't do that much at all on my first channel. My first channel is really just like lectures and like I'm teaching and stuff. And I do that, and I'm gonna do that here on this channel as well. But this channel is definitely gonna be more for documenting, definitely. So, okay, so multifaceted learning, right? Math kind of just meant learning, and poly means kind of like many or master of many. So polymath means many disciplines, or master of many disciplines, or master of many learnings, right? So we have poly, which is many or master of many, especially in this context. And then we have math, which is learning. So polymath simply means many learnings. Why do I care? Why do you care about a polymath? Well, if you watch this video, if you clicked on this video, it's probably because you are a polymath. You know what? I'm gonna erase this. This is getting in the way. It's not important for the current point. We'll get back to the money. And don't worry, we will get back. I don't know why I did that. I like money though. Money's cool. We love money around here. Many learnings. So who cares about this, right? Who cares about a polymath? Or a Renaissance man, as they're more known in pop culture. Polymath. Renaissance man. Let's draw a line here. Separate the question. Okay. So a polymath, a Renaissance man, you know, these people like Leonardo. We all know this guy. Let me see if I can all right, that's supposed to be a goat. Don't know what it is, but it's supposed to be a goat. Okay, so we have Da Vinci. We have, say, Michelangelo, Raphael. Let's think about people from the Harlem Renaissance. There's one name that's coming to my head that's like slipping, and it's not coming to my mouth. I don't know. Benjamin Franklin, obviously not the Harlem Renaissance. But these people who are many disciplined, right? Da Vinci, Da Vinci was a mathematician, a geometrist, is that what it's called? Geomathematician? I don't know. He was an architect, he was a sculptor, he was a painter, he was an illustrator, he was a scientist, he was many things, you know, just Da Vinci was many things. And he really looked at life from this multifaceted approach, you know? And this is important, this multifaceted approach with so many, these are eyes, this is an eye, with so many different perspectives to look from and to see the world from, right? Imagine this is Earth. That's it's like the continents. I don't know how to draw the Earth, so bear with me, please. Anyways, this is good enough for me. This is the Earth. So imagine this is the Earth, and you only had one of these eyes. Like, let's say one of these, let's say this eye is math, and this eye is art, and this eye is business, and this eye is science, and this eye is spirituality, and this eye is shit, I don't know. Is there other things that matter? No, I'm playing. Say fitness. There are other things that matter, but all of these different eyes. What if you only had one eye, right? How many eyes do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. there are 8 eyes here, and you're only looking from one, you have 1/8 of the possible vision available to you. How like, you're blind. Do you get that? You're blind. Come on, dog. 1/8 of the vision, that's like if we had like 2 regular eyes like we do, right? Those are some creepy eyes. Let's put some shades over them instead. Those eyes are kind of creepy. That didn't help. Anyways, it'd be like if you only had like that. 1/8. This might be a bit more than 1/8. But it's like literally 1/4 of one. That is how much vision you have. So if you're trying to see out of your shades, but you could only see out of this like this corner right here. What if that's all you could see? That would fucking suck, right? Like, am I tripping here? Would this not suck? And so why would you do that with this? Why would you only see the world from just fitness or just math or just art or just, especially just science or just spirituality? You can't do any of these things. I've done all of these things. Let's erase this. This is getting too messy. We have to organize ideas. Okay. So let's keep a list of the core ideas right now, so I remember what I'm talking about. Core ideas. Okay, so one was like, is it possible? Business plus other interests. Okay. 2 was, what is a polymath? So, many learnings. Polymath, right? 3 was broadening our perspective. And this is what I meant. Like broadening your perspective, having more to see from, right? Let's go back to our Earth example inside of an octagon. All right. This is a small Earth. I want my Earth to be bigger. I don't like how small Earth is. I'm trying to like take into account this space. Just do like that or something. All right. Let me put this back down. Wait, hold up. Why am I using this marker? This marker isn't supposed to be used. This is the cool marker that stays there. Let's use this one. Okay, so many learnings, right? And so, like I said, let's go back to our octagon. Okay. We'll have a second chance to draw our beautiful planet Earth. This was probably worse than the first time, I'd imagine. Okay, hold up. Maybe he's cooking. Alright. I feel like that one's not too horrible. It's not good, but anyways. So, like we were saying before, so let's just label all of these. Say math is one side, science is another side. Let's say that art is another. Say that business is another. Let's say that spirituality is another. Let's say that fitness is another. Something I'm missing here. Art, business, science, spirituality, fitness. I know I'm missing social. So this is like relationships. So this can be romantic or platonic or familial. I'm trying to think of something else. We could put like philosophy. It's actually a race social. That's important for like something that I'll talk about later. Let's put philosophy here. Philosophy. I don't know what the eighth one should be. Medicine. Nature. Nature? I don't know. Anyways, it's not that important. So basically, what I have here is different disciplines, right? So in these disciplines, you have, there's multiple perspectives to all of these, right? But let's say you were just a scientist. All you cared about was like physics. Say you were a physicist. And trust me, I'm not here to shit on physics or physicists. I love physics. I majored in physics for the year that I went to college. So, trust me, physics, love it. But let's say you're a physicist, right? You only see the world through that lens of physics, right? And so you have like your eye here, right? This is your one eye. Remember, all of these had one eye, one singular eye. And that's how they see the world from. Right? Oop, nice. Damn it. Okay. So, you have your one eye, and you go through this lens here. And this is your lens. And this one, you see like this is like the lens here, basically. This is whatever subject it is, whatever discipline. So like, in this instance, it's physics. You go and see the world through your lens of physics, right? This is Earth. Just like, do a little boom, pam, pow, boom, pop. Lydiana, all right, Earth, cool. You see the world through this lens of physics, right? And that's how it works. So that's how you see the world. Now, if it was not physics and maybe some kind of art, then you'd see, let's say you see the world through the art of filmmaking. Right? And so like for the physics example, when you see the world through the lens of physics, you see number, you see patterns, you see geometry, you see equations, you see, oh, okay, energy here, matter there. Like nothing is energy can't be destroyed or created, like things like that. You start really thinking in this like hyper antithetical, hyper theoretical, but also practical, like matter. So very abstract, but also very applicable. And that is how you start thinking, because your brain is used to the material you're consuming from it, right? Everything and everyone that you consume from or that you consume is programming you, right? Literally anything you put in there, like could be fucking your actual like food you eat, right? That could program you with like sugar, or how it like mess with your body, your nervous system. You could have like you could get programmed by music, by artists, like by paintings, by illustrations, by content, by TV shows, by people you have conversations with, your friends, your family, your partner, your spouse, whatever, who like literally anybody and everything. Content, art, books, videos, like this that I'm telling you right now. Everything is programming you. Everything is like being a part of a code that is going to decide what your future you looks like. And so basically, we have this programming that runs our life, and our filter, all right, obviously that cap doesn't want to stay on, that the filter basically applies our programming to the world almost, right? So we all have tons of unique filters, tons of filters, right? when it comes to let's say a craft or a main discipline, something that we like seek to really pursue in life, many of us only have one thing, you know? But I don't actually believe that's true. I just think that most people believe they only have one thing, or they believe they can only have one thing, and so they create that reality. Now, I won't lie, I think some people are more inclined to stick to one or fewer things, and there are other of us that are more inclined to all 8 perspectives, and that's okay, right? To many disciplines. You know, I don't remember the exact science behind this, but basically there was a study that talked about the potential like genetic difference in certain types of people. So there's certain people who are really good with like habits and routine, and like, okay, you give me this one thing I'm gonna do, or you give me this certain way to do this thing, I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna hit it this day, I'm gonna hit it the next day, I'm gonna hit it the day after that. After, boom, 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 right? If you just give them one thing to hit on, they'll just fucking hit on it, right? Cool, awesome. I'm not one of those people. And I've tried this a lot. You know, earlier in my journey, about 10 months ago now, so approaching a year, I was making daily videos in December of last year for my main channel. And it was so funny because, yeah, I just completely lost my train of thought. That's crazy. What the fuck was I just talking about? Sheesh. Poof. That ever happen to y'all? Like, y'all just talking, you're thinking about something, and then you just lose it? It happens a lot of the time when I like make it like a slight sidetrack, and then I try to jump back onto the main course, and then it's like, oh fuck, I forgot what I was talking about. Like, I don't forgot the path of the main course because I made this little sidetrack here. Damn, what was I talking about? It's tough. Shit. Honestly, I'm about to stop this recording and shit. Alright, gang, we got it. We're back. Wait, hold up. I'm recording, right? Okay. I was pretty sure, but I wasn't positive sure. Okay, so I remember what's going on. So I was recording, right, back in December. I was making those videos every day. And back then, I was really trying to stay on this like super structured routine, right? Back then I had a job. So basically I was trying to get up at like 4 a.m. every single day. I'd wake up and I'd like do some push-ups and I'd hit a cold shower. And then, or I'd probably like do some journaling as well. I'd meditate. Oh, excuse me. I'd meditate. And then I'd go downstairs in the basement so I could record like a video. Oh shit. Did I just get the hiccups live? A video or two. If I did, I'm about to cure these bitches live too right now. But I would go downstairs, record a video or two or something like that, and I'd be done, and I'd have like all that done, so I'm like ready for the day. I like got like clean, shower, like all that kind of shit by like 7 a.m. So I was like straight, like I like showed up for myself, I showed up for my business, and that shit was cool, right? And then I like went to work and I slaved for the 9 to 5, and it was lit. I came back home and I was like, oh, I don't feel like doing anything else. And I didn't do anything else most of the time. I just like watched content, which was good. I watched a lot of content those days, especially back then. That was actually when I was in my first mentorship program, Madonna School. Madonna School has taught me so much. So I heavily recommend investing in mentorship, whether that's a community or especially a coach. Like your friend here. This channel isn't here to promote products, but I am an entrepreneur, like I said. So mindset, YouTube, business, that's what I'm about. Let me know. Get at me. I also have freebies in my ebook in the description, so you can check that out if you want to learn more from me. But basically, I was doing that routine in December, and I just after like 3 weeks, off rails. Like I couldn't keep it up no more. And it was because I was trying to go too hard and stick to something when that isn't really my archetype, right? I can't have too much like rigid structure in the day. It really just, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't fit with how I work, right? I really like to be able to just flow through the day, right? I like to have things that keep me in place. Like I like to say, and this is a big part of spirituality, of entrepreneurship, of life in general. This is the 7th principle of Hermeticism. 7th Hermetic principle. Which is the principle of gender. Everything has its masculine and its feminine. The flow, this is the river. Not this, not what I'm coloring right now. This is a bad example. The flow here, like the river, this is the feminine. The feminine is about flow, it's about abundance, it's about receiving, it's about love, nurturing, things like this. So the river is the feminine, and we have here these little like, I don't know what these are supposed to be. These are kind of like anchors. I don't know if this is like a bridge or something, whatever. But these are your masculine anchors. And so the feminine is the flow, the masculine is the structure, right? The feminine is the energetics, the masculine is the strategy. The feminine is the receiving, the masculine is the giving. And so these two polarities here, the feminine and the masculine, are extremely important in life, in business, in art and creativity, in making anything and doing anything. You need both of these principles, right? As the 7th Hermetic principle of gender, gender just refers to generation, not sex, right? That's like the basically humanized manifestation of gender, sex, male and female, but that's not what gender is about. Gender is just about how everything has its masculine or its feminine property, right? It doesn't necessarily mean it's man or woman, right? But male and female apply to things beyond man and woman, right? And they apply, you know, feminine and masculine, or the positive and the negative, the giving and the absorbing, right? The masculine is the radiator and the feminine is like the absorber, right? Think about like in intercourse, right? In sex, the masculine is the penetrator and the feminine is the receiver. That's how it goes. So these energies, not to say that the feminine is bad or anything, it's just the negative. It just absorbs, it takes in. It's like the womb, right? The mother takes in and it holds in her and then it births from her, right? It bursts from the void. Pretty crazy. So why'd I go on this tangent about like gender and about the flow? Well, the flow is how I work, right? And it's how a lot of us work. And so when you go through life and you're like more of a flower, you can't have too much structure or too much, you know, like too much like routineness or like sturdiness or strictness to your day, right? You really want to like go throughout the day. Now you don't want it to be like completely all over the place, which is why I have this whiteboard. Like in the beginning of this video, at the very, very beginning, y'all saw me erase the whiteboard and I had like things on it. That's because having this in front of me, like in my face, really holds me accountable. It keeps these things like top of mind. I'm just like, oh, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I wanna do this, I wanna do this. And even though I'm not like gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna sit down at 8 a.m. and I'm boom, 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 boom. I don't really work like that. Most of the time I get up and I'm like, hey, wanna work, let's work. Or, I definitely know I have to work, but I'm not feeling it right now. So I'll just let the day come to me. And the day usually does come to me, right? And if the day doesn't come to me, or I'm just coping especially hard, that's okay. Not all days you're gonna hit, and that's fine. You know what I mean? But flow, structure, both important. I was actually making a point, right? We kind of like went here. We got to the lens thing, and then we kind of started going off topic. But the point I was making with the feminine and the masculine, you know, like the river analogy, was really that certain people are more like hunters and certain people are more like farmers. Certain people can have a super structured day where they're doing one thing, right? That's like a very masculine like day, let's say, like that's very strict and like structured, or just stuck to a routine. That's extremely masculine, right? It's extremely structured, it's extremely rigid. And that's okay. That works for some people, right? And that's kind of like more of the farmer mentality, because it's more of like, okay, I'm going to do this one thing. I'm going to do it over and over and over again. And that's how it's going to happen. Cool. So that's kind of like growth with small changes and like actions over time. The hunter is more like, yo, I'm going to do this thing, and it's not going to be for crazy long, but I'm going to fucking do that bitch. You know what I mean? And then after, I don't know when I'm going to do it again, but when I do it that time, I'm going to do that bitch again. You know what I mean? And so it's really like, you know, the hunter goes out, and sometimes you go and you see an animal in the first 2 hours, and then you go back home, cool, got the food. Sometimes it takes 10 hours. Sometimes you take 14, 20 hours, right? Sometimes you're out there for 2 days, but you can't come back home to the tribe until you've brought in that food back, right, for your family. That's how it be. That's how it was. I can't say that's how it be. I've never known that. I don't know how it be. But I think that's how it was, right? That's what I presume, right? That's what I assume. And so some people are more of like, they operate better to the feminine side, right? And I was talking about earlier when I referenced, like, I don't know the exact science behind this, but there are like certain genetic differences in people like that, farmers or hunters. I don't know if those terms are like backed by like science, or like if that's what they were like called in like the study. But I know that most, like, some people stick more to like this pattern of like all over the place, like super high alertness, like many things going on, because that's how it had to be when you were hunting, right? You know, you think about like you have to be super alert with your movement, with your awareness, with your hands, with your legs, right? All of these things, there's so many facets, right, to hunting. And because of that, because of how many skills it takes to hunt, and also the variability of catching a hunt, right, of catching something, there's so many variables, right? And that takes a different amount, like that takes a different type of thinking, a different type of person than like going and like tilling the soil every day or some shit. I don't know how farming works. I'm sorry. That was probably a very ignorant answer. But still. And so the point I was really trying to make of that is everyone has a different perspective. Everyone has a different way they operate. And so everyone has a unique way they perceive the world through their filters, right? And so some people lean more to one thing, right? Like I was telling you, and that's okay. That's how they are, right? So some people really just see that like, okay, physics, this is how I see the world. This is what takes me all the way. Or math, this is how I see the world. This is what takes me all the way. Philosophy, this is how I see the world. This is what takes me all the way. Spirituality, business, art, whichever one, right? And it's like, okay, this one thing takes me all the way because this is what resonates with me. This is all I need. And for some people, that's cool, and that works. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those people. I can't have one eye. I need like 5 of these bitches. I need like 5 of these eyes, bro. And that is the point of, one, this series that I'm making, Road to 100K per month polymath, and 2, my vlog series on my main channel, Road to Renaissance, which is kind of about the same thing. This is like more raw, like documentation, and Road to Renaissance is like vlogs, filmmaking, stuff like that. So like these eyes for me are math and science. I put them together. Spirituality. Art. Business. And I'll say philosophy. And we're gonna get a 6th one here. Love and relationship. Okay. So I have 6 eyes. I can't just pick one eye because it's too limited. See how much I can see with just one eye? What is this? What is this? This sucks. Why would I want this when I could see like this instead? That's a lot more. That's way more. And I want you to see it like this, actually. I want you to see it like this. This is actually the true reason the octagon is here. This is the main point I was trying to make with the octagon. Wow, this thing sucks. What the hell? Oh wow, this really sucks. Okay. Okay. That's not good, but just roll with me for a second. Just roll with me. Let's say this one is like love and relationship instead. So I'll have that be the same for this one. Math, science, art, business, spirituality, fitness, philosophy, okay, love and relationships. Cool. Don't know what that is, not important. So all of these are the different perspectives that we can have, right? So that's one perspective for love and relationships, one for math, one for science, one for art. And obviously there are many different things that these like topics could be. These are just the things that I heavily resonate with in my life. And of course you could be more specific. So it could be like math, it could be number theory, it could be geometry, it could be like music could be up here, and that could be like actually playing an instrument, that could be singing, vocal, songwriting, music theory, whatever it is. Like, so there's different, there's so many different facets that could be in this. Science, art, business, spirituality, right? Like there's so many different facets to all of these different things. And so that was kind of like, I'm just here like generalizing, super generalizing right now. And so you have vision, right? But this is limited vision. Let's say like this was all your vision. This is all you could see because you only decided to choose one thing. Like let's say this is like the vision of a beginner. And as you go deeper, you can like gain more. So let's say it's like you go deeper and then like now this is how you look. You feel me? So it could be like that, but still, there's still so much you don't know. There's still so much you haven't explored yet. Still so much you don't understand. Now let's say instead of just having one place, right? We have two. And so instead of it being, like let's say business or math, we have math and business. So now we have like some crossover here. So, I don't know how to actually show this well. I think this was actually bad. You know what? This sucks. Let's erase it again. This is so fun. I love this video. Yo, if you're still watching this video, pound it. You're a real one. Okay. How do you want to do this? Okay, look, you know what? Okay, you know what? I got it. Trust. All right, let's go to an example of 5 just to simplify things. We're not going to label these. I just want you to see. So let's say this one was like your thing. And so because of that, let's say this is your radius right now. This is the things that you could know, the things that you could possibly explore, your options, right? So you have this box, which is what you do know, and the circle is the things that you don't currently know, but you have the ability to explore them based on what you do know, okay? So let's say this is your current circle by only having one discipline. Okay, cool. Now what? Well, let's say we learned a second one. So instead of that being our circle, let's just redraw this actually. So instead of this being our circle, let's say we now knew these two. and we've created an oval now, which means that we can explore things in this box, things in this box, things between this box, things that are kind of similar between these two boxes, things on the outside of these two boxes. Those are all of our options now. Let's go for a third example. Okay, cool. Let's say our new one looked like this. That's our new one. We have things in all three of these boxes. We have things between these two, things between these two, things between these two, things between all three, things on the outside of these specific ones. There's so many options. Things on the outside of these two, on the outside of these two, on the outside of these two. There's so many options. So many options. Okay, cool. On to the next one. Now this is our radius, or our area. Way bigger. Now we have what these two connect, what these two connect. We have what these two connect, these two, all three of these, all three of these, all three of these, all four. As you grow, there's only more you have to play with. So let's show this final example, and then I'm gonna write you guys a quote. I'm gonna end the video off there, because I've been rambling for a long time. Now, this is your new area. You have this, everything around here, this, everything around here, this, everything around here, this, everything around there, S, boom. Then you have these two, 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 these two. You have these two, you have these two, you have these three, you have these three. You have these three, you have these three, you have these four, you have these four, you have these four, you have these four, you have all five. You have the things from here to here on the outside, things from here to here on the outside. You have solo ones here, things between here, you know, things between here, you know, things between these on the outside. You see how many options you have here? So many perspectives, so many possibilities, so many potentialities that aren't available to you if you're stuck with unlimited perspective. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want this. I'm good. This is what I want. Fuck out of here. That's what I want. That's gonna make me happy, cool guy with shades. You feel me? Happy, cool guy with shades. That's how I'll be with this. And so that's why I'm pursuing all of these things: math and science, spirituality, art, business, philosophy, love, relationships, music even. I love music as well. That's just, you know, an expression of art. There's so many things in this world that I love, so many things I want to explore, so many things I can give energy to, I can have passion for. And I won't explore them if I stay limited, if I stay in the box, if I don't expand the circle, if I don't go to other boxes to expand my possible circle. See how our circle just keeps getting bigger and bigger every time we get a new box? It's crazy. So, is it possible let's write it again, actually. Let's go back to the question. Let's go back to our question. All right, so this is our question. Is it possible to be a 100K per month entrepreneur whilst being a polymath and exploring other interests? Let's just give the answer right now. This guy right here, this is how I know it's possible. Okay? So I can't read you his YouTube. I forgot. I was going to say like, oh, let me get my phone and read his YouTube description, but I'm recording on my phone. So I'm going to list off all of the things Robert Edward Grant is. And I don't know how much money he makes, especially per month. But I know he's an extremely successful entrepreneur who's owned, sold, and has many companies. So I'm just gonna say, yeah, let's just say the money part's ticked for him and the polymath part is definitely ticked for him. This is everything that Robert Edward Grant is. He's an author, he's a mathematician, including geometry, he's a musician, he plays flute, and I believe he plays another brass instrument. He's also a music theorist. He has 2 best-selling books, by the way. And one of them is called Polymath. Remember earlier when we were talking about polymath? Math means learning. Philo means lover. So philomath means lover of learning. So his book Philomath, the subheading, or subtitle, whatever, it's called Philomath, the geometric unification of science and art through number. So just in that title, you have lover of learning, Philomath, the title, and then it's geometry, unification of science and art through number, math. Pretty cool. So author, mathematician, including geometry, musician, music theorist. He's a sculptor, he's an illustrator, he does very good drawings, especially like sacred geometry stuff, illustrator. He's done channels as well, he's a channeler. He's a very like profound spiritual teacher. Oh, science, science as well. I believe physics, biology especially. And technology. He's actually an inventor as well. So yeah, now that we're done topping Robert Edward Grant off, Robert Edward Grant is currently 54 years old, I believe. I found this guy maybe like 3, maybe 4 months ago. I think it was about 3 months ago. Actually, no, I think it was 4. It was in June. I'm pretty sure it was in June. Yeah, it was in June. So it had to be like mid to late June when I found Robert Edward Grant from a podcast. And yeah. So I looked him up that day and I was like, yo, how many years do I have to get on this guy's level? He's like 52, 54, so I'm like, 30 years. Fuck yeah, I'm out. Like I'm doing that shit, bro. So Robert Edward Grant has all of these accolades and he's a super, super successful entrepreneur. So I know it's possible to be a very successful entrepreneur and be a polymath because one of my most fond mentors is currently that exact thing. Awesome. So I know it's definitely possible. Is Robert doing it the way I am? No. That's fine though. You can't be a visionary doing things that other people are doing, right? If you only believe. Wait, hold up. I'm kind of frying right now. You might want to write this one down. If you only believe that what you see is possible, you'll never be a visionary. Yeah, I just quoted myself. Fuck is you talking about, boy? Anyways, if you only believe what you see is possible, you'll never be a visionary. Visionary. This word is associated with people who see something that is not currently in the moment. And they see a future, they see a possibility, they see a reality that is not in this physical manifestation. It's not currently materialized, but they know that it can be materialized. Everything in this material world first started as a mental, not just as an idea, right? That's one way it supports this, right? All things must become ideas, or must be ideas before they're executed. That's like half of my art of creation philosophy. There's 2 steps of creation: creativity and productivity. The first half, creativity, is ideation. The second half is actualization. Creativity is the feminine, actualization, productivity is the masculine, right? That goes back to the principle of gender we were talking about. You need the feminine and masculine to generate or to create anything. Creativity and productivity, ideation and actualization. But if you can only see, or if you can only believe what you see, that means you can only believe what's currently materialized. And if you can only believe what's currently materialized, you can't believe that something that's not currently materialized, aka a vision, is possible. And if you can't believe in that vision, you can't see that vision and point people towards that vision. And so, you'll never be a visionary. You'll never be a visionary if you can only believe what you see. You have to see, not with the eyes, but with the mind first. See with your knowing, see with your heart, not with your eyes, not what's in reality, what you know is true, what you know can be, what you know is possible. That was a tangent, but it's cool. I like that point. How long is this video? I don't know. This is fun though. If you're still here, pound it. You're a real one, dog. That was a light pound. What am I doing? Acting like a pussy. All right. So, is it possible to be a 100K per month entrepreneur whilst being a polymath, exploring other interests? Yes. Now, what does this look like for me? So, my business is coaching, ebooks, and courses. So, it's basically like an info product business, right? I have an info product business and community. So my business is for aspiring entrepreneurs, people who want to get into business, as well as spiritual creators. So I'm a mindset and a YouTube business coach. And so I help my spiritual creators with mindset, and I help spiritual creators / aspiring entrepreneurs with starting YouTube businesses. I have 9 clients served in these things in my endeavors. So, let me just erase that. But I have these products. I'm currently basically at let's just say I'm at 0. Let's just say I'm at 0, basically. Recurring, 0 per month. I've made about $1,700 in the last, I got my first sale June 12th, and today it's I don't know, it's a week past October 12th. So it's October 20th or something, I think. I don't know what day it is. But it's been about 4 months that I've been actually in the game business. I've made about $1,700 over those 4 months. So I'm basically at 0, and I'm trying to get to 100 by December 24. I mean, no. December 25. So I want to hit 100K per month by December 25. So that's 14 months from now. While I'm also exploring my other interests, which are drawing, writing, which I want to put together and make comics, music. I haven't actually started music, but I want to learn beats, and I want to learn instruments, guitar, piano, and I want to improve at singing. Also, there's science, so being more adept in quantum physics, especially. Quantum physics. And I'll say I'm also big on psychology and possibly like neuroscience as well. I'm also interested in reading the Bible. I'm interested in reading the Bhagavad Gita. I'm interested in reading the Tao Te Ching, or the Tao Te Ching, however you want to call it. What else? I don't know. Oh yeah, business books, money books. I guess this could kind of go here, but learning business, like money, finance, even investing as well. That's something I'm not very familiar with. So there's just so many things that I want to be exploring. So many like different avenues I want to be exploring over the next 14 months as I work my way up to 100K per month in my coaching business or in my info product business, whatever you want to call it. I have coaching, ebooks, courses, and I have a group coaching program, which is my community as well. So yeah, that's what we're at right now. Is it possible? I know that's a yes. How is it gonna look? No fucking idea. But now you basically know why I want to do it. There are things that I love to do. I have a lot of interests: science, art, spirituality, philosophy. I love business. Business is also like, you know, how I'm trying to make my living, so there's also that. And so I kind of want to leave off with just this one final idea. And this last idea is that your business is a reflection of you. This is a very important idea. This is a very important concept, principle to understand. Your business is a reflection of you. This is something called the mirror principle. And the mirror principle says that your internal creates your external, and that your external reflects your internal. Your internal state, which is your mindset. It is your beliefs. It is your emotions, especially. Your external is 3D plane, right? It's the physical, it's the manifested, it's the materialized reality. And so this manifests, you know, the mirror principle manifests not just in your business, but in your art, in your content, in your relationship, in your circumstances. Every single thing in your life, your external reality, is merely a reflection of your internal state, your internal reality. What you believe is real inside, surely believe. Like what's deep in your subconscious mind, or something that you hold, in your conscious with such strong emotional conviction, that is what will materialize into your reality. And so since your business is a reflection of you, that must mean that the more you evolve, the more your business evolves. I personally believe that business is the ultimate vehicle for personal development, for self-realization, for like spiritual evolution. I believe that business is the best vehicle for that, right? It's about service. It's about providing value to others, giving to others, receiving for that giving. There's so many like spiritual symbols, and just like, I read a beautiful tweet a week ago or something by a conscious creator, super awesome guy named Jack Moses. And I don't remember exactly how he went, but it was basically like, the more advanced I get in my journey, the more I like stop seeing the illusion that wealth creation is separate from like self-actualization and like spiritual development. Right, so that's like the first illusion that he's getting out of, right? That they're separate things, and that you can only have like one or the other. And then he said, the second illusion I'm getting out of is that they were ever separate to begin with. And that is what I really like. That's what really resonated with me. Your development journey, right? Who you are, what you attract, what you have manifested in your reality right now. All that's just a reflection of who you already are. Right? What you have comes from what you do. What you do comes from who you are, from your being. Being, doing, having. Right? That's the hierarchy. Be, do, have. That's the hierarchy. 1, 2, 3. And so when you be the person who does the thing, you already have the thing. Or you know that you're working towards getting that thing, and you have emotional conviction that thing will come, so it does come. On this journey of business, on this journey of like self-actualization, spiritual journey, right? You will grow yourself. That will grow your business. Your business will grow, and that will grow you. You are both vehicles for growing each other. You're both mirrors to reflect. Everything that goes wrong in your business, you have to ask yourself, how did I create this in my reality? I said this was going to be the last point. I actually want to leave you with this question, because this is very important. So your business is a reflection of you. Awesome. Let's actually just erase all this. So if things are going wrong in your relationship, in your business, like they've been going wrong for me in both of those areas, for me, like the past, month, 2 months. How have I been creating this reality? Wow, my handwriting sucks. You know what? Alright, no cap. I just had to dip because, my stomach was rocking, bruh. But we're good now. Alright? So, let's actually leave. Let's finally end this video. This shit has been mad long. That's how these videos are gonna be. Some of them are just gonna be like mad short, simple, sweet. Most of the time, I'm gonna just be rambling. I'm gonna have this whiteboard in front of me, this marker in my hand. We're just gonna be going, bro. It's gonna be lit. This is gonna be a good time, dog. But I have no clue what I just had written there. Shit. Do y'all remember? Fuck. It wouldn't matter. You can't tell me. Shit. Damn, what did I just write here? Shit. Alright, fuck it. We'll just look. Ah, yes, 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 yes. Okay. This is a very, very important question. How have I been creating my reality? So recently I just went through a rough patch with my wife, and we almost decided to no longer be together. And a lot of it was because there were things that I felt were expressed but weren't fully expressed how they needed to be. There was really, I'll definitely say our biggest takeaway was like working more on our communication for sure. And I think that's definitely something that we let slide, especially the past like month, 2 months, because in the beginning of our relationship, we were avidly like communicating so much, but it kind of got to the point where we were like too on each other and like too attached. And so we've kind of been in this like season of like recalibrating, of like not being super attached to each other and like finding that balance and like a healthy communication and like a good amount of time we're spending together, like things like that. But I was creating a lot of like distance in my mind and a lot of separation in my mind by not wanting to deal with these things, or just, you know, avoiding, pushing things away. Classic patterns by Jaden. And this mental separation materialized into physical separation. And now Aaron is 2,000 miles away in Colombia. And I'm kind of sad, but it's okay. It's for the best. God's will is always perfect. And that's something I know and I believe. But I was creating that reality. And I created this reality. And I know that. And I'm like, okay, so how do I create a new one? You know? If you're from my main channel, you might have seen my most recent video about the 5-step process of creating your dream reality. Definitely check that out. But yeah, like, you create your reality. And if you want to learn more about that, I literally made like an 80-minute video. Even has some like cool edits in there and stuff. And that one's on my main channel. So check that out there if you're interested in that. This video's been long enough. Is it possible? Yes. This is road there. Let's go, baby. We out.